Hi there. We're going to be looking at example 3.15, that's table 3.9 on page 88. In this example, they refer us to table 3.4 on page 73, where we'll find all the raw data. And for this first example, we're going to be using the function keys of Excel to work at all the descriptive statistics from mean all the way down to count. So let's start with the first one. I click in the cell C11 in preparation to work out the mean. So to start, to get the function button, you run from the home tab across to formulas, click on formulas, then you find more functions, click on that, click on statistical. I'm going to right click on it because I want to add that to my quick access toolbar. It will make things easier from here onwards out. In other words, I don't have to go back there anymore. I can find all my statistical functions over here now by my quick access toolbar. So the one I'm looking for is mean. If you run down to M, you'll see that there is maximum, median, minimum, but there's no mean, because in statistics mean is called average. So go back up to A, average, click on that, and now you need to select all the data points. So I'll click on the first data point, run across in the table, down, and there I've selected the entire table of values, and I say OK, and Excel function works out the average to be 46,9. Now that's how you work out all the rest, but except for standard error, for range, and for sum. So I'll come back to those three afterwards. Let's go to median. Click in the block cell C13 in preparation to work out the median. Go to my quick access toolbar, scroll down to median. There's median. Now you need to select all the data points, so I highlight the entire table and click OK. The median is 46,5. Next one is the mode. Right, so scroll down to mode, and mode, there's two modes. We're taking mode singular, collect all the data points, and the mode is 43. Next one is standard deviation. So standard deviation, and we're going to be taking standard deviation of the sample, so it's standard deviation S. The sample we've got is from the data point 58 all the way across and down to the data point 35. Click OK, and the standard deviation is 8.22. Sample variance, so we're looking for variance. And it's variance once again of the sample, so it's variance S. Click on that, collect all the data points, and click OK. Next one is kurtosis. So let's go down to K. It's called curt. The function is called curt. Select all the data points and click OK. The kurtosis is negative 0.854. The skewness, it's S for skewness, and you'll see the function is called skew. Once again, collect all the data points in the table and click OK. I'm skipping the range, I'm going to minimum. Find the function minimum, it's min, and there's minimum, min. The lowest value in this table, if I collect all the data points, is the number 33. What's the maximum value? Let's go to the next one, and now I need to go to max. The function is called max. Collect all the data points again. The maximum value is 61. In fact, at this point we can work at the range. The range is simply equal to, I'll type equal, then I pick up the maximum value. I've clicked on the maximum value, which was 61. Then I subtract the minimum value. So I click on the minimum value and I say enter. The range is equal to 28. So the range was not a function, it was actually calculated from the difference between the max and the min. Let's go to count. I'll click in the last cell, that's C23, and count. C for count. There's count. How many data points do I have? So I select the entire table, and it's 10 by 2, so I expect to find 20 data points. Now the sum, I'm going to go to this function called AutoSum there, and I need to get all the data points. I've clicked on AutoSum, and all the data points in the table, if I run across, is equal to 938. And the final one is the standard error. The standard error, if you go look at the functions, you'll see under S that there's no function called standard error. So how we work this out is the standard error is also known as the standard deviation of the mean, and to calculate that you have to say it's equal to the standard deviation, which is, I click on standard deviation, and you have to divide that standard deviation. So you type the division sign, which is that line, divide by the square root. So you type SQRT, that stands for square root, open brackets, and the square root of the count, how many data points. So you click on 20 and then you close the brackets. If you type in that formula, it's equal to the standard deviation divided by the square root of the count, and you click enter, you'll get the standard error. So all of these have been worked out with function keys inside Excel. Those without the yellow blocks were easy to find. The standard error, I had to do a calculation. There's the formula. The range, I had to do a calculation. There's the formula. And the sum, I used the AutoSum function. Not the statistics function, but the AutoSum function. In the next video, we'll do exactly the same, but this time we'll use a data analysis add-in package inside Excel to give us all the descriptive statistics.